Hey all, welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here, and today, my friends, I'm going to talk to you about Bluebird Bio, which has shown a resurgence in its share price. It has formed an interesting pattern on the chart. I want to talk to you about that, and especially on a day when most of the stocks in our genomic watch list are in the red. We saw Bluebird Bio doing better, especially in light of the sentiments that have been pushed down by the testimony of Fed Chair Powell today. So with that said, let's get started. Welcome back, my friends. First, I would like to take you to the charts for Bluebird Bio, and I want to show you the patterns out there before I start talking to you about the more theoretical things. So let's go to the TradingView platform first. As you can see here, we are in the TradingView platform. This chart has got all candles of 1 day duration. So if you look at today's candle, I'm just going to expand this so that you can see it more clearly. If you look at today's candle, there has been a high volume compared to the regular volume. It's above average volume. And this particular formation out here is called as a doji candle because it has a wick on both sides and a body in between. And those two wicks are equal size, and the body is much smaller. And another interesting aspect is that this candle falls into the range of yesterday's candle, which is a red candle. Now, this kind of pattern in the Japanese candlestick pattern is called as a bullish harami, which means that the stock prices are going to go up from this point. And we have also seen a slew of news articles in the last 8 to 10 hours, which have been hyping Bluebird. This one here 4 hours ago in NASDAQ says Bluebird initiates coverage of Bluebird Bio with Baird initiates coverage of Bluebird Bio with 52.65% upside. Next one is from Market Skinner. It says Baird starts Bluebird at outperform with $10 price target. That was 10 hours ago. And then we have CNBC 6 hours ago saying shares of this under the radar cell therapy stock are set to jump, and they are talking about Bluebird Bio out there. Benzinga also talks about the $10 target and Baird initiating coverage for Bluebird Bio. So everybody and their uncle is talking about Bluebird Bio now. And as a result, I think what you can see here is that the retail investor is really confused. The retail investor does not know to buy or to sell. As a result, you see a total indecision out here. Everybody is in this narrow range. Now, what's going to happen is overnight people are going to talk to each other and all this hype is coming out. And tomorrow, I'm expecting the markets to go up as far as Bluebird is concerned. It's already up 2.65% today. And we have this price going up. And also we have the earnings, which is due. I'm going to talk about earnings later, but let me tell you one thing. I've been looking for earnings. That's why I've waited until 7:43 p.m. on the 7th of March to record this video. So far, I was not able to see the earnings. And therefore, I can't talk anything about the earnings. Maybe the analysts know something about the earnings, and that's why they are talking about this. But there is a whole lot of volume out here behind this increase in the share price. That's a positive. So let us see what happens tomorrow. And we live in a society where people unfortunately believe that if a billionaire says something, then he must know something. And therefore, people just follow the billionaire blindly. There are these kind of fan following. And if the billionaire says they can do something which is related to technology, yeah, they believe it. If he says he can do something related to social something, they will believe it. They believe anything. The same way, there are a whole lot of followers in the retail investment market who are looking at all these big stars and big analyst companies, and they follow the sound bites. So I'm pretty sure tomorrow things are going to go up. My question is, do those analysts have the latest number around how many Zynteglo patients have been signed up, and whether SkySona has signed up a bunch of new providers and a bunch of new patients? Is that what gives them the bullishness? Why all of a sudden they are bringing up this bullishness at this point of time? Because I have been bullish about Bluebird for quite a while. As soon as SkySona was approved, I was even more bullish. But then as the share price started falling, I let it go. Is it possible that these operators have depressed the Bluebird share price, knowing fully well that it's worth much more, and they're going to pick it up now. And when the share price reaches a particular level, they're going to drop it. I don't know. As per TradingView, Bluebird was expected to disclose their earnings release for quarter ending December 22 on 7th of March, which is today. And so far, I haven't found anything. I even went to the company's investor section, and I haven't found anything out there. So I don't think they have released the earnings so far. Market is expecting an EPS of negative 32 cents and a revenue of 634.667K. Anything short of that is going to be disappointing and can push the share prices down. As per an article on Motley Fool, Bluebird estimates between 1,300 and 1,500 patients are eligible for Zynteglo, while only 40 are eligible for Skysona in the US. And they are saying, let's assume the best case scenario, Bluebird manages to treat 1,540 patients at their current prices. That rounds up to $4.32 billion. That's not bad for a company whose market cap is only $687 million as of this writing. But friends, just think about this. How can all the people who are eligible end up in the treatment? That's not a valid thinking. Second point, Bluebird has offered 80% refund if there's a relapse within 2 years of treatment. So we have to wait for 2 years before that revenue can be realized. Till that time, it's going to be a contingent liability sitting in the sitting in the balance sheet. It could be a contingent asset sitting in the balance sheet because it has to be refunded if any of them have a relapse. So we don't know how much of that revenue is going to be converted. So that's point number 2. And however, one thing that the Motley Fool article does not consider is that while we focus at Zynteglo and Skysona, we should not forget that their exa-cel is in the works and it's in advanced clinical trials. And according to one of their earlier press releases last year, they had said that they're expecting to submit their BLA by the end of this quarter in 2023. And that could be a major positive catalyst. So friends, we have to use our own logic because all these big high-profile people who make those pronouncements, they may or may not have taken account of everything. It's our job to look at everything possible. Personally, I think Bluebird Bio is a good company. I'm bullish about it, especially after they came up with the IPO. I know now that they're not going to run out of money and they got 2 approved therapies and the third one almost in the verge of getting approved. So nothing can go wrong for this company. It's just that the good days for high share valuations are at least 2 years away from now, because that's when we'll get an idea whether Zynteglo is going to book 100% of the revenue. Because if they are a responsible company, they have to keep 80% in escrow somewhere of all the Zynteglo earnings, because they may have to pay it back unless they go for an insurance policy of some sort, in which case they have to pay insurance premium, which is also going to be significant. So let us see when the Bluebird Bio company reports earnings. We'll have a much better picture and then you can make a move. If I had told you that Bluebird shares should be worth $10, I mean, I have been telling you right from the beginning that Bluebird share is worth a lot more, but it didn't move a needle with anybody. The big players decide when to move shares and the retail investors follow the rising price. And then when the big guys decide to sell, they just sell it all at once. And the retail investors who are not paying attention and who are not alert get locked up with high book value shares, which are below the market price. And then they are stuck there. The money is stuck in the market. You can't move because if you sell, you're going to sell at a loss. So that's what happens. So be aware. Don't fall into the trap again. I would like to remind you of my beliefs that apart from technicals and fundamentals, there's a sentiment premium that moves share prices. Right now, the operators are pumping the hype machine to boost sentiment for Bluebird Bio. Once their target price is reached, they may move on to the next target very rapidly, and many of us will get to hold the Bluebird Bio in our portfolio at high book value and low market price. So we have to be careful to avoid that happening. So I would say if you have a profit target for Bluebird Bio, I would recommend that you take it. Of course, this is not financial advice. This is what I would do. Consult your own financial advisor or do your own due diligence. But what I would do is that as soon as my price target is reached, I'll sell Bluebird Bio regardless of whether it's continuing to go up. I'll put a covered call so as to become an insurance on the downside for Bluebird Bio. I'll definitely not average cost upwards. I will not do that. It will be very risky. So while we speak, there are articles appearing that CRISPR is overvalued. And in the next few days, I'll see more of those articles coming up. As retail investors, we should not get influenced by that, in my opinion. And I would not get influenced by that, because when they downplay the stock, retail investors start dropping the share and the share price falls. Smart money will pick it up, waiting in anticipation for exa-cel approval, which is going to happen this year. And then when exa-cel is approved, all the retail investors will rush into it. The share price will go very high. All these smart money guys are going to dump the CRISPR shares, and then they'll wait for the share price to fall down to buy it back again. We should not fall into that trap. That's my opinion. I would like to know what you guys think about my theories. Use your own due diligence, but do comment below and let me know if you agree with what I'm thinking. I recommend that you have got to be very, very vigilant. We shall see how it plays out, and I will admit that I was wrong if I'm proved wrong. I can tell you that for sure. And my friends, that's all for today. And please let me know what you think of Bluebird. What do you think of my theory? Put it in the comments. I like to interact with you always. I like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. We are very close to the 3,000 subscriber level, and I'll be coming up with a brand new painting. And this time it's going to be a bigger painting. I've already bought the blank canvas and I've mounted it on top of a frame. I'll show you a video later on. But that's all from me for now. Have a great day, my friends. Bye for now.